Janet from Try It Like It Created, and today I am working with a die from Maker's Movement, and it is called Let's Get Cozy Die Set, and it comes with 11 pieces. The pieces I'm using are the circle and the curved leaf, and I've already cut a number of the pieces out, but here's my last leaf that I'm going to be sending through my crossover too. So I have my paper and die, and it's in my sandwich here, and so I'm just going to send that through. Now this paper that I'm using is from Maker's Movement, and it is rather thick, and so the nice thing about the crossover too is that I can adjust the thickness so that my die will actually cut through my paper. And so I'm just going to remove this here, and then you can see here that my pieces are all cut, and I just need to pull them out of their placement. And I decided that I wanted to use a Rhinea foil sentiment, and I am going to be using this die. And because it's small and I had already put my crossover 2 away, I am going to cut this out on the mini maker. So I'm just making my sandwich here, getting everything lined up, and then I'll send it through. So here I'm just using my pencil lead to push out the foil here. And then all we need to do is start to put this card together. Just going through, making sure all the centers of the letters are poked out. So there's a quick tip that if you can't find your pokey tool, like me, you can always use the lead from your pencil. So we're getting ready to put this together. I have a piece of cardstock here that is 8 inches by 4 and, 8 inches by 6, and then I have scored it. I have cut down another piece of cardstock that is 4 by 6 to cover up the whole front of my card because it's a coordinating color, and it looks like it might be just a tad bit larger. That's okay. I'm going to go ahead and glue it down, and then we can trim it if it needs to get trimmed. And then going to create a wreath with the leaves that we cut, and I am just using this little bowl as my guide, and I'm just kind of eyeballing it where I want that on the card, and I'm just gonna give it a real light pencil mark here so I know where, yeah, so that'll work. I know where I'm putting my leaves down. All right, and then the other elements I have, as I showed you the foil, I have a piece that was left over from cutting down my cardstock, and I liked the size of it. I thought it was going to fit really well there, and so I used my washi tape chomper and just cut off the ends to flag those. And so just to show you real quick and easy, you just slide this in, adjust this to the size of your paper. Now this is made for washi tape, but it works for cardstock, obviously. And so I adjust it in here, make sure it's all lined up correctly, and then you just give it a press, and it makes those feathered tails for you. And then I'm just weeding out the piece that was stuck in there. So that is the washi tape chomper. That's from We Are Memory Keepers. So to get this going, I am going to use my tape runner, I believe, if I can find it here. If not, we'll use adhesive. yeah, fell out of its spot. Alright, so just tape runner on the back of this to get it to stick. Alright, so let me update you on where we're at since my camera died on me. We have the card. I have taped down the background, and now I've loosely placed the leaves around the circle. And so I'm going to begin by starting to glue them down into place. So just a small amount of adhesive on them, and then put them in place. And I'm going to try to work fast here, not because of my camera, but because I want my glue to stay malleable so that I can adjust if I need to, because I want to make sure that I've got a nice circle and the proportion of leaves showing is correct. So I'm tucking these under each glued piece so you can see how and why I want to be able to work quickly here. And then once I like what I have, I can make sure I'm being firmly in place with everything. So I believe this is the last one. I'll double check. So I ended up cutting 5 leaves, and my circle ended up being way too big for my card. Five of each color anyway. So now I'm just using 3 of each and kind of adjusting how that looks. Alright, I like it. So now we're going to glue down the banner. Stick that across the center. Alright, and then we just need to add the sentiment. And this just needs a little bit of glue here and there. And that'll make for a quick and easy card using die cuts. We used crossover 2 to cut most of the pieces, and then we used our mini maker to cut out the sentiment. Both of those are from Maker's Movement. The dies that we're using for the leaves are from Maker's Movement. The word blessing, I think, I might have to look here. I think it's a Simon Says. I could be wrong. And we've got Renia foil here, and then the paper itself came from Maker's Movement as well.